Her Excellency will shortly present Denmark's priorities. We very much appreciate your engagement, and after the presentation we will open the floor.
It's 20 years ago we last sat on the council, so we're honored to take upon us this important role, which is at least 20 years ago since we did that last time. So I think it's fair to say, and you probably all agree with me, that Denmark assumes the presidency of the council at a quite critical moment for international peace and security. Of course, we have, unfortunately, a number of conflicts continuing to rage, from Sudan to the DRC, from Ukraine to the Middle East, and of course, conflicts and crises that are all equally important and urgent, and we are certainly very, very aware of the task and the challenges ahead. What we will strive to do during our presidency is to be constructive, creative, and consistent. We'll seek to listen to all parties, consult widely, and be responsive with a view to try to build consensus. And that also means listening to diverse voices and be transparent. And we will do that with a strong dedication to multilateralism. You may know that my country is a founding member of the UN, and we've always been extremely supportive of this organization. We also have a strong belief in international law and firm belief in that, and promise of the Security Council to act as the crucial global forum for international peace and security. On Ukraine, obviously, I mean, there's been some very eventful weeks, last few weeks, and nobody has specifically asked for a meeting yet. I think we'll all follow the developments now. Obviously, there's hope for some kind of breakthrough in a peace process, or at least a cessation of hostilities. I think it's important to note that nobody wants peace more than Ukraine. So, of course, we'll do whatever we can to support that. And again, as we saw during the debates last week, we just all hope that it will be on the right terms. So basically, the terms that do not reward the aggressor and punish the victim, and the ones that follow the UN Charter. Of course, we need to see some kind of solution that has a clear reference to the UN Charter and respecting Ukraine's territorial integrity and sovereignty and independence. We very much agree with the administration that there is, in the current geopolitical environment, there is a need to look even further at strengthening security around the High North, around the Arctic. There's even a climate aspect to this, as we also see some new sea routes opening. So that's something we've been working together with NATO and the US on for a while, and the Danish government itself just recently again adopted another package of support to that. As my Prime Minister has stated several times, that Greenland, of course, belongs to the Greenlanders, and that's why the future of Greenland is really for the people of Greenland to decide. Independence is possible. Greenland is currently, and has been for centuries, an integrated part of the Kingdom of Denmark. It was also endorsed by the UN General Assembly, actually back in '54. I think there's a lot of concerns out there because it's just a very precarious situation, not just for Europe, but for global security. Because there's no doubt who is the threat here. It's the aggressor. It's President Putin. It's Russia who invaded Ukraine in this illegal war of aggression. So of course our main concern here, and it comes back to European security because we're sort of next in line. But again, it has more serious consequences if this is just allowed to happen. So that is our concern. If you can invade a neighboring country just because it's possible, and actually then are rewarded, if you're rewarded after that, what would that mean for what would happen next? And that's, of course, a really real concern around Europe. And sometimes it's not appreciated. I think that there is this real fear, I mean, among many of our EU and NATO partners, that who would be next in line then? And that's not just Europe. That could even be countries around the region, but also, of course, more generally around the world, what kind of signals. So that is our main concern. So it's all linked together, so to say. And that's why, of course, we're kind of sort of standing with what we've been saying the last 3 years and continue to insist on that.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.